Booming Digital Stars is an incredible book. And as we discussed in our last video, which is the part 1 about this book, and that you can also watch by clicking up here, this book is written about the inspiring journey of 11 awesome content creators from India and how they got to where they are today. And so, whether you are a content creator or not, you can use these lessons to excel and succeed at whatever you do in life. And the authors Manish Pandey and Pamnani have done an amazing job at putting these lessons together and inspiring you as a reader. It personally has inspired me a lot, and I am sure it will inspire you too. And now it's time to dive into the part 2 of this book, where we talk about the lessons from the remaining 5 content creators that are talked about in this book. Let's begin. When we have people to look up to, covering the journey to success becomes much easier. And that is exactly what happened with Madan Gauri, a leading content creator from South India. When he started off his journey as a creator, he had his role models in mind. From Steve Jobs to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he kept those people in mind. He studied their stories, he studied how they got to where they are, and he took that as an inspiration to keep pushing and keep growing in his journey. And so, the lesson here is that you should have role models too. Have people that you look up to. Find people that you are inspired by and constantly surround yourself with their positivity. Whether it is through their books, their videos, their quotes, whatever it is, just keep in touch. Understand them, know who they are, and take that as an inspiration to keep going. And then, when you have those role models and when you have that clear vision, it will become much easier to keep going even when things get hard. When we keep pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone and strive towards growth, achieving success and standing out become inevitable. And that is exactly what Sonal and Nicole, two dance enthusiasts, did with their YouTube channel Team Nach. They made amazing choreography videos, they grew through that, and they kept trying out new things. They kept pushing themselves out of their comfort zone to do better each time, and that is how they refined themselves. That is how they got to where they are today as successful content creators, and that is also what landed them various collaborations with famous celebrities. And so, the lesson here for you is that keep pushing hard, keep growing, and keep stepping out of your comfort zone. It will take some risks. You will have to take some risks to actually do that. But when you do, when you take those steps to grow, it will always yield the best results for you. Personally, I have also felt that whenever I have stepped out of my comfort zone, I have got incredible results. So don't be afraid to face a little discomfort, to face a little problems and some pain at the start, because those will actually help you expand, grow, and achieve a lot more. There are many people who have gone viral on the internet, but not many of them have sustained on that audience and built a strong presence for themselves. Yashraj Mukhate is different. We all know him from a remix that he did from a Hindi serial about a famous dialogue, and that made him viral. But he did not just let go of that. He sustained on that, and today he is a leading content creator in the music industry. And one lesson that we learn from him is that you must keep studying your heroes. Because even though we know Yashraj from that small clip that went viral, he actually spent a lot of time studying his heroes in music and kept practicing for years until he got that big break of his. He would constantly study the music of Amit Trivedi, A.R. Rahman, and understand how it was built. What did they do? How did they compose it? And then use those lessons to make better music himself. And that is what you should do in whatever field you are working in. Have your role models. Decide what is it that you want to learn from them, and then study them. How do they work? What is it that they do? Observe, and then try to use that as an inspiration to improve yourself. And that is how you keep improving your craft, and that is how you become extraordinary and different and unique in all that you do, so that you stand out and you become successful at it. Everybody works and progresses on their own timeline. There are some content creators who started off in 2012, 2011, while some just started off a few years ago. And if you compare your start with someone else is present, like if they started 10 years ago and you're comparing yourself now at the start with where they are today, it does not make any sense, right? And that is the lesson we have to learn from the story of Abhi and New, a husband wife content creators duo who started off with the purpose of spreading positivity and positive news with people. And so, what does this mean? Don't compare your start with someone else's present. It's simple. As I said, everybody works on their own timeline and everybody achieves success at different times at their own pace. And so, comparison won't yield any good results for you. It will just cause you to feel more negative, feel more depressed, feel more sad about how you're not progressing. But you must understand that the person you're comparing yourself with had already started a few years ago. So you must give yourself that time to constantly keep at it, to constantly keep grinding, to constantly keep putting in that hard work and then expecting that kind of results. Abhi and you did the same thing. They understood the kind of content they wanted to create. They researched a lot. They put a lot of efforts into making it. And then after a lot of time, they got the results that they wanted. So keep that in mind. Be patient with the results and keep grinding and don't compare yourself to anyone else and work on your own timeline. We all know that to stand out in today's world, we have to do something different. But how do we figure out that different? How do we really know if we are actually doing something different or even not? Because when we see so many people around us doing so many different things on social media, it kind of becomes overwhelming and we don't figure out if we're actually doing something different or not. But there's a simple way to go around it, and that is to be open to try things others might not even have done before. We want to do things differently, but again, we become afraid of trying things that we might not have seen other people do. If that's the case, then we can't really become different, right? That's what Ujjwal Chaurasia, the person behind Techno Gamers YouTube channel did. He was open to trying different things. He also made gaming videos, but he added his own twist to them. He added his own storyline to them. And that is how he built his popularity. That is how he came forth as YouNick. And that is how he has built a subscriber base of 23 million at just the age of 20. That's very inspiring. And so the lesson that you have to carry from here is do things differently and be open to trying things others might not have done. I wrote a book at 14 years of age. I did not see any other author at that time who was doing the same thing, but I had the courage to do that. So in the same way, see what is it that you want to do, and even if other people have not done that, it does not matter. You could be the first one. You could be the person who's doing that unique thing, and then through that you could find your different, your uniqueness, and the thing that makes you stand out. We have covered one lesson each from all of the 11 content creators' journey from this book, Booming Digital Stars. And once again, I recommend all of you to get a copy of this because it will surely inspire you. It did inspire me, and I'm sure that it is going to inspire you to do things differently, to be who you are, and to carve out your own identity in this world of content creation or in any other thing that you want to do. So go grab your copy now, and now you'll also find all the lessons listed down here on the screen. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.